we are at the International Surface Event 2016 in Las Vegas. Thought we'd do a quick little video on how to assemble a seam phantom. First, we're going to put on the spray skirt, double back tape and Velcro. Peel off the double back tape, and you want to put it about a half inch below the switch, centered on the Makita. Pull it tight, and then attach the Velcro. And that's really all there is to it. If you really want to help keep more water out, you can wrap black electrical tape around the top of that to seal it. You need a 3mm Allen wrench. This is a real long one. It helps, but you can use any 3mm Allen wrench. And you want to pull these screws that hold the head on. Okay, we're going to turn this towards the camera so we can hopefully see a little better. The seam phantom just sits on there, on that surface, and you have some new screws, 3mm Allen wrench again, and we're going to put a top one in. Again, this long Allen wrench helps, but it's not necessary. I've done it with a lot of different ones. We'll put the two top screws in kind of loose, get them started. Let's loosen that one up a little bit. There we go. This is the spray shield, which helps keep water out of the top of the grinder. We're going to put that over the lower two screws and put the lower two screws on. We'll push both these in and then we'll tighten them up. Hold that up with my body while I get two hands on this. It's a little bit awkward in this position. Okay, those four screws are in. We'll tighten them up. This is a model we're going to be just putting out for display, so I'm not going to make everything super tight because I do have to take it apart again. Okay, next, you want to put your Arbor spacer on. It's that brass ring. Simple as it goes over the Arbor like that. And then your SL3 adapter. That just screws on your grinder. There's a button to lock the Arbor. So we'll just hit this with a crescent wrench, holding the button to tighten it up. And that's basically it. Now, what we normally do is we normally tape this hose to the cord with electrical tape if we're going to actually use it. At the show, we're just displaying it, so I'm just gonna kind of leave them like this. Next, if you're gonna use this now, obviously you bought it to use, you're gonna want to put a pad on, one of our turbos, lock that on, and now we need to check to see if it's square. So take a square, put it under here. You can't see that in the video, it looks pretty square. For an initial setting, that's probably an okay place to start. What you want to do now is do a practice seam, and then check your seam for square. And how you adjust it is you have these thin washers in your kit. They're very thin washers. If you want to adjust the squareness, you take the screws out and you put the washers between the grinder and the back of the seam phantom, on the top or on the bottom. So one washer on each screw on top will adjust it by about 1/4 of a degree. Just so you know, we check each seam phantom for square before it leaves our shop, but we'll wait for the forklift to go by. We check, just so you know, we check each seam phantom for square when it leaves the shop, but each grinder is a little bit different. So you can adjust it with these, or really you can shim it with anything that you want. We do provide those washers. More are available from us if you need them. A lot of people like it perfectly square. Some people like it angled just very slightly, so that when you put your stone pieces together, it only touches on the top surface first. That's up to the individual fabricator.